Welcome to another episode of Hereford FC here on Vanilla FM, and today we're going to take a look at how it's going in our first go at the Sky Bet Championship. So I actually haven't had time to record much, so I've progressed into the league quite a fair bit. We're 7 matches in, and the next match is against Luton. We've had a decent run of games, surprisingly. Let's go, first of all, check on our sponsored Nugent. So, Sam Robsman, remember he was with us last season on loan, and it looks like Newcastle has loaned them out again, this time to Bristol City, who are playing against us in the Championship. So this is what he's looking like in terms of attributes. He's quite a balanced player, and quite a long way away from reaching maturity as well. So we'll keep an eye on him. If you want to sponsor a Nugent on the channel, like Rob has done, all you have to do is go over to the Patreon and select your subscription there, and then you'll be given a chance to sponsor one of our many Nugents in our save. So at the moment, in a senior squad, we have, I think, 3, but you, depending on the subscription that you go ahead with, then you can also sponsor the youth team as well. So, first of all, let's take a look then at the squad. Winter transfers have come and gone, and we've made quite a few changes, especially towards the back. So we have one new goalkeeper. His name is Ethan Wadey. He's come on loan from Austin FC is a pretty decent goalkeeper, but we're still going to keep David Harrington as our main goalkeeper, at least for one more season. He's kind of reaching the peak, really, for what we need him to do at this level of football. So I think possibly from the second half of the season, or maybe even next season at the latest, we'll probably see Ethan take quite a lot of games this season. He's already done 1 championship appearance and 1 appearance for the Carabao Cup as well. So he'll take quite a few matches, more matches than previous goalkeepers have done against David. So that's goal. Then in the defensive right, we still have Cathal Effernan. He's been with us quite a long time now, and he's progressed quite well. He's still quite young at 24. Then we've had actually a couple of players come in for that second role. At the moment, we have Alfie McIlroy, and McIlroy has come from Blackburn on loan. He's been on loan for a few seasons with different clubs. He's only 20 years old. We had at one point Lucas Kolodinsky, who was arguably maybe a better player, but is a little bit more expensive. I now decided to swap out one loan for another. So he's only 18 years old, and who's he with at the moment? So Totten on loan. Yeah, so he's a Birmingham player. He's been developing there for a few seasons. So he's actually missed out on a big chance because he's been dropped down to the National League. So yeah, it's a big drop for him. He actually did quite well in the 2 matches that he played for us. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So he played 2 matches for us with 1 assist and 1 player of the match. So in a way, I'm sort of thinking maybe I should have kept him, but he was also quite expensive. His wage was a little bit expensive compared to the other guy that I got, which is a little bit cheaper. So trying to get a balance of not having too many first team players as well, because obviously Cathal is our first main player there in that position. On the left side of the fence, we still have Alex Murphy, who joined us, I believe, last season. Yeah, in the last season. So we still have him, and he's still developing a base and hasn't quite reached his peak yet at 25. And we have one new player, Joe Johnson, 23 years old, coming from York. He played at various clubs at various levels previously to that. So that's him. In the centre of defence, we have 3 new players, but one of them was with us before. So the one that stayed is Leon. So Leon's been with us for a few seasons now, and he's still developing quite well. So we kept him. We managed to bring back Michael DeCandia, which you may remember from earlier in the season. He was with us on loan from Blackburn, and now we've managed to get him on a secure permanent deal. So that's him. We know him a little bit from before. He's still got loads of potential. Silver Ezzy is new. He's very good. Yeah, he's Italian, and he's come from Blackburn on loan this season. He's doing really well. The other player that we've got for central defence, where is he? Andy Jones. I've got him down as a loan. He's not a loan. So yeah, permanent deal. Andy Jones from Ratcliffe, I think. No, from Boston for 30k. But he's got really, really good potential. He's actually got some really exciting mental attributes already. Got, decision making, determination, very good here, teamwork and work rate, very good as well for his age. So I think he could be quite an exciting player, and he's doing. I know he's got some downward trending arrows, but I think he's actually doing quite well at developing this. If we give him some more playing time, he's only 19, so he's going to be around for a while. I think we're definitely going to take him up to the Premier League, I hope. If not, we can turn a profit. That's fine. We've done that with another player. I'll show you the outgoing transfers in a minute as well. Defensive midfield. This is where we have the most turnover with brand new players. So the only constant here is Matt Richards, who, as you remember, just a shout out to him, he's a real Hereford player. We sold him to Hornchurch for almost immediately, really, halfway through the first season. He was there for 1.5 seasons, and then he came to us. Actually, he was there 2 halves of 2 different seasons, and then he came to us a year later for free. So basically, we made a profit for 2k because we got him back for free. So that was okay. He's developed quite well at Hornchurch as well. So it was good to sell him and then get him back later. He's going to stay with us, I hope, until next season, and that'll be quite a story for him. Matt Richards, if you're watching this, or if anyone knows Matt Richards, share it with him. He might be making it in Football Manager with Hereford all the way to the Premier League, the only player to do so. So if you know Matt Richards, send him this video. So that's him. Then Eddie Fox is on loan from Peterborough. Swedish player, very exciting physical attributes, quite good mental attributes as well. He's got plenty of time to develop his technical ability. He's only 21, so he's got really good potential. Sadly, he's only on loan. Also on loan is Traoré, 23-year-old French player, also very exciting player all round. So we are in a good position here with defensive midfield. And finally, our first homegrown talent, Simon Cattermole, who you can sponsor on Patreon if you'd like to. Again, quite excited about this player. I think we can develop him quite well. He's spent 2 years in our youth team, and yeah, he's been quite an instrumental player for them as well. So good to have him in the first team. And that means we have secured essentially our homegrown player that we need for international competitions going forward as well, if he stays around, without having to sacrifice on quality. So then the wings have stayed the same, so we still have on the right side Torren, who doesn't have a huge ability, but as you can see, he's actually been doing decently. He's played a lot of matches and he's been doing decently. So this doesn't always mean much. It means something, but it doesn't always mean much. So I'm always looking at, these attributes and how they interact and so The other player for that right side is Will Dickinson, who joined us, I think last season. Yeah, last season. So yeah, he's in Torrin, kind of split the games almost evenly. Not quite, but the thing with Torrin is he can also play on the left, so that's quite useful sometimes. On the left side, we still have Fowl. I nearly sold him this year, but decided to keep him on board for one more match. And then, where is it? Ajayi, Nigerian player, quite exciting prospect for the future as well. In attack, this is where we have our first non-youth player, as in non-young player, come in, be an exciting player. So this is our 31-year-old Italian striker. I don't tend to buy older players at all. As you can see, the squad, the average age of the squad and the spread of ages, it's very sort of youth focused. Anyway, you've got Simone Mazzocchi, has come to us from Lincoln. He played at Millwall before and a few different Italian teams in the lower leagues of the Italian setup. So yeah, so he's quite excited. He's been doing quite well. He can sometimes miss really obvious goals, which is a little bit annoying, I suppose. But yeah, he's quite strong, especially with setup plays and stuff. We still have Louis Bradbury, so he's stayed on from year to year. We're still developing him. Welsh player, did really well for us in previous seasons. I think he got player of the season. Actually, I'll go back and have a look at the awards if it lets me. Then we also have Demola. Where is he? Demola, 25-year-old player. He came on a free transfer from Southampton. He's played in Austria before, which is quite cool. Also had a brief spell in Belgium. Originally a Crystal Palace player. And then finally, we have on loan Jeffrey Simon, Jamaican player. Again, quite exciting. I always find it very interesting when players have really good physical attributes, but also have a nice spread of mental and technical attributes. I think they can then become really good players, and he's valued quite highly for this league, or at least this club, because obviously we are quite a small club, even though we are doing quite well. So that is the squad. You've met the squad. Last season we got quite a few awards. How do I get to show that off? Whoops. These menus are hopeless. Men's beat 1. Last season, no. Current season. Doesn't change anything. Okay, great. Alright, so you can't really see awards then. If you've missed them, you've missed them. That's really annoying. I can't believe that. What if I go to competitions? How can you see awards? I want to see awards from last year. Can I see that? No. Okay, yeah, I don't know how you see awards, but yeah, I believe some of our players got a few awards last year. Anyway, so let's look at the... This is so frustrating. It's like really frustrating with Football Manager. They've completely messed up the whole navigation, but I will never get tired of saying that. Transfer history then. We sold a few players. So we sold Nelson Kumbeni to Wimbledon. We managed to make a small profit on him. And Wimbledon is playing still in League One, so he stayed behind in the same league. We also sold so Anime Sound just left on a free contract. That's fine. Devon was a youth player, so skip him. This was our biggest profit, so we made a 1.7 million profit on John Lee, and he went to play at Sheffield Wednesday, who plays in the Championship, so we might encounter him at some point in the league. And then we sold Charlie Ragg, which was one of our strikers, to a lower league Italian club for 51. So again, we turned a profit there as well. So overall, we are doing quite well at making some sort of profit for our players. We are still able to spend 1 million in the budget, or if I increase the wage budget availability, then obviously that would go down. But yeah, so we're still well below budget, which is really good. Right, so now that we've met the team, let's see if we can play with this team. Let me just save the game. The game, to be fair, hasn't crashed recently, but I think it's just become a habit now that I always save before a match. Taking its sweet time, isn't it? There we go. There has been an upgrade to the game, mainly to do with the way the stages screen is set. So essentially, I think the way that they're going is they've realized just how furious people are with navigation, and then trying to make it better, starting with some quick wins of turning some of the windows that used to be like one of those pop-up cards into full screen, because it just doesn't make sense to have pop-up cards for certain things. Definitely not for the stages of the league. I think this is going to go all full circle, and the UI is going to start looking a lot more like the old UI, which made sense, and which was it worked, and you could find out everything you wanted to know. Which is really, really sad that we can't do that now. Like, I can't see who won awards now. I'm sure it's there somewhere, hidden under some sort of obscure menu, or like there's a really complicated path to get to it. But I just don't know what that path is, or if it's even there. Really annoying. How are your saves going? I know a few are doing different saves, especially those of you who are watching over in the Football Manager channel, my other channel, where I'm playing the women's journey save. It's going quite well, actually, the women's journey save, so if you haven't checked it out, feel free to do so. It's a lot more fun maybe than Hereford. Obviously Hereford, I like the story of bringing it up to the Premier League, and I think that's quite exciting. But the journey save is more interesting, more creative. So, yeah, go ahead and check it out. A lot of people have. It's kind of run more quickly than I've been playing in this channel for like maybe 5 years, and in a few months my other channel has reached sort of the same levels of engagement, which is really cool. I think a lot of people are interested to know what the game looks like for women's, which is really cool, and this journey save actually also attracts a few different people. But yeah, so I know a lot of you are doing rebuild saves and journey saves, but also like focusing on one nation, or focusing on, taking over men's and women's teams in the same save, which is kind of cool. I haven't done that. I got women's English women's leagues enabled in this save, but I'm not going to play them because obviously this is all for Hereford. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's pause it there. We're going to make some subs. We're going to take Torrent out and put in Will. And take Bradbury out. Yeah, okay, that will do. Get some fresh legs at the top. Not that they're tired or anything, it's just more of like a creative freshness, I suppose. It's a good chance here. Nice. Oh, the angle on that was amazing. I see the replay of that. It's a very tight angle. I thought he was going to make a cross, actually. So this is foul, and he's rated at 2 stars. But he plays well, so why would I take him out? Just because he has 2 stars rather than 4 or whatever. Okay. That's good. No, it's a penalty. Excuse me, I must take that call. Sorry about that. So, here we go. Let's unpause the game. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying before that call. But yeah, we got a penalty here. Hopefully David will save us from it. Nice, nicely done there. Good. He's got quite a lot of experience of doing those. I suppose most goalkeepers do, to be honest. Anyway, but we are safe. I'm going to do the final few substitutions here for this match. I'm going to bring in Jeffrey. And who else might be around? Oh, probably want to bring in Jones. And one more. I suppose I could get Elroy on the outside and Kathy on the inside. There. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. I don't want to play Matt because Matt Richards has come back from injury, and it's the first time on the bench. I don't want him to play out of position for his first match, because that sometimes doesn't go too well. So. Oh, nice. Okay. So that is going to be a free kick. We've got about 15 minutes, 20 to 15 minutes left of this match. And it looks like we're going to make it another win, depending on this highlight here. Good. Simon here for his first highlight. Crosses into the box, couple of heads around. No one at that side to recover the ball, but that's okay. It's a throw in for us. 3 minutes overtime. It's not called overtime, is it? It's called extra time. Okay, so, or added time in this case. We have another win. Let's have a look here at the league then. So we're 8 matches in, 1 match in hand against Derby. We are still in the Carabao Cup. We played against Southampton for the 3rd round. We're going to play Wolves for the 4th. FA Cup hasn't been announced yet. So yeah, so we'll come back, obviously, the usual, around end of January to see how it's going. After the winter transfers, progress, make it a little bit faster. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.